What's up everyone, I'm Dan and thanks to Dead Good PR for the review code for Planet of Lana 2 Children of the Leaf on the Nintendo Switch systems. This review was done using the Nintendo Switch 2. Also, because of the game's length, I won't show too much of the gameplay as it's a journey the player should go on themselves, so all footage will be around the first hour or so of gameplay. If the first Planet of Lana quietly stole your heart, Planet of Lana 2 doesn't just try to do it again, it deepens the bond, widens the world, and dares to ask bigger questions about progress, power, and responsibility. This is a sequel that understands exactly what made the original special and then carefully, confidently builds upon it. For anyone unfamiliar, this is a cinematic 2D puzzle platformer in the same emotional, atmospheric lane as Unravel, Inside, Ori and the Blind Forest, and Limbo. There's even a quiet observational storytelling approach that at times evokes Return of the Obra Dinn. If those games mean anything to you, you're already halfway to understanding the tone here. But Planet of Lana 2 has carved out its own identity, one built on companionship, painterly beauty, and a world caught between nature and machine. The sequel picks up on a planet still recovering from the events of the first game. Technology has begun to spread. What was once alien and terrifying is now being adopted by various tribes, each interpreting it differently. Some see progress, others see opportunity, and inevitably some see power. If you haven't played the original, don't worry, there's a short, well-handled catch-up at the beginning that recaps the key events. It's concise, emotional, and enough to ground newcomers without bogging down returning players. That said, if you haven't played the first game, you absolutely should, not because this sequel demands it, but because it enhances everything that came before. This is technically a standalone experience, but emotionally it lands harder if you understand the journey Lana and Mui have been on. Visually, Planet of Lana 2 is stunning. The hand-painted art style returns, but it feels richer and more detailed than before. Frozen peaks shimmer under pale skies, deep oceans glow in bioluminescent life, forgotten ruins crumble quietly under creeping vines and humming machinery. The environments aren't just backdrops either, they're alive. Small creatures move in the foreground, mechanical remnants blink faintly in the distance, weather rolls through scenes with subtle dynamism. It's layered and thoughtful world building. Character animation is another standout. Lana, now older and more agile, moves with fluid confidence. Wall jumps, momentum, based traversal, and smoother climbing animations make her feel capable without losing that vulnerability. Mui remains expressive and endearing, and the bond between them is communicated entirely through movement and gesture. There's no spoken dialogue, instead the developers created their own language for the tribes and it works beautifully. Meaning is carried through tone, body language, music and context. It's immersive without being alienating. The orchestral score deserves special praise also. It swells during moments of discovery, softens during quiet reflection, and pulses with urgency during tense encounters. There's an epic adventure feel to the music that elevates what could have been small, intimate platformer into something mythic. It gave me the feeling I got when I watched classic adventure movies by Spielberg or Richard Donner. Combined with the lack of spoken dialogue, the soundtrack becomes the emotional narrator. It carries weight, it guides interpretation, and it ensures that even the quieter moments resonate long after you've put the controller down. At the center of everything is companionship. You control both Lana and Mui, using their cooperation to solve puzzles, bypass enemies, and activate mechanisms scattered throughout the world. This isn't about complex logic puzzles designed to stump you for hours. Instead, challenges focus on awareness, timing, and coordination. You'll distract enemies while repositioning Mui, you'll chain switches together, you'll use Lana's expanded agility to access new areas while relying on Mui's abilities to manipulate the environment. The controls are easy to learn with a quick tutorial at the start that gets you comfortable within minutes. It's approachable without being simplistic. As the 6 to 8 hour journey unfolds, puzzles gradually become more demanding, layering mechanics without overwhelming the player. They're challenging, yes, but they're fair. When you fail, it feels like a misstep, not a design flaw. Some will leave you scratching your head for a bit, but when you succeed, there's a genuine sense of earned progress. What makes Planet of Lana 2 particularly compelling is its thematic ambition. Beneath the surface level adventure lies a story about coexistence and the cost of progress. As tribes adopt technology in different ways, harmony begins to fracture. Greed creeps in, power shifts. Lana and Mui are drawn into uncovering long-buried truths about their planet and Mui's origins. The narrative unfolds gradually, trusting the player to observe and interpret rather than spelling everything out. It's restrained storytelling and it works. You're invited to find meaning in visual details, in the way machinery integrates or clashes with natural landscapes, in how tribes differ in architecture and behavior. It's intimate and carefully paced. Nothing feels rushed and emotional beats are allowed to breathe. Perhaps the most impressive aspect of Planet of Lana 2 is how confidently it improves upon the first game without losing its identity. Movement feels smoother, puzzles are more varied, the world is broader and more ambitious. Lana herself feels changed by her experiences, older, stronger, yet still grounded in empathy. The game takes everything that worked previously and refines it. That sense of growth here, both mechanically and narratively. For fans of atmospheric puzzle platformers, this is essential and one you should definitely have in your Switch's library. Planet of Lana 2 is a beautiful, emotional and thoughtfully designed adventure. It's challenging without being punishing, it's cinematic without sacrificing interactivity, and it tells a compelling sci-fi tale without a single line of spoken dialogue. Most importantly, it remembers that at the heart of grand themes, technology, progress, power are relationships. The bond between Lana and Mui remains the soul of the experience, and watching it deepen over the course of the journey is as rewarding as solving any puzzle. Planet of Lana 2 Children of the Leaf is out on the Nintendo eShop from the 5th of March, priced at $16.99 in the UK and $19.99 in the US. If you buy the Switch 1 version, there is also a free upgrade path for the Switch 2. Big thanks once again to Dead Good PR for the review code. Thanks to you all for watching, hope you enjoyed the review, and until next time.